All right, I think I'm live. Did we do it? Oh my god, we did it! Okay, I know no one's up here yet, but we're gonna get started. This is my first live ever on YouTube. Like I said in the title, we're starting fresh. I apologize for my absence. I had to relocate again for what, like the third time in like the past 2 years? I don't even know, but it's okay. Let me take a sip of water before we begin. I'm pulling on it's weird. Lives go like totally different. I'm already pulling on something now. This is like the first live I've ever done, and it's super late in the day or early in the morning, depending how you look at it. But I want these messages to come through for the people who need it the most. Now, I want to start off by saying how absolutely grateful I am for you guys, because the ones who stuck around, I've been gone. I've been really inconsistent. And I know my last couple of videos, I was talking about working on being more consistent, right? Yeah. So, but things change, situations move and shift, and it's just been a completely different layout. I'm in a totally different location. Too bad the sun's not out, because you would see the sun and all the deer and the raccoon and the possums that come up here. Opossums, my apologies, that come up here for the window. So I just want to say I'm grateful for you guys for sticking around. I think I've only lost two subscribers in my absence, and that's okay. I'm actually not pulling anything out because I'm talking about myself. So anyways, we're going to jump through. We're going to go now. The last reading I ended off was Virgo. So we're going to start with Libra for this live reading. What does Libra need to know? Libra. What does Libra need to know? Thank you. Oh, wow. It was like the same cards. Oh, amazing. Okay, so Libras, you're working extremely hard on your personal life and just life in general. You're really protective over yourself. And the thing that I'm getting in is like you're starting to understand that you're going to be very protective over your own energy. Does that make sense? I should probably write. Hold on. Ooh, I do got a little notebook up here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So I can timestamp these for you guys. So just in case. My apologies. I wish I could actually listen to like YouTube music right now, because that'd be great. Anyways, I don't even know what time we're at. Oh my goodness. I haven't done a live. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Well, if someone really likes me and they watch this whole video, if you can timestamp my readings, that'd be fantastic, because I can't see. Anyways, so Libra, you, whether you think so or not, are working your fucking ass off. Let me just say that. Now, this video might get taken down because this is raw channeling and I do cuss a lot in real life. So here we go. But you're working your effing ass off, right? You have a goal and you're extremely protective. Now, this can be over a particular person, especially if you have a child or you have a family or you have a certain, not egotistic, but if you have a certain obligation, right? Something that is already existing in your life. It's true to you. It is yours, whether that's a business, whether that's a child, whether that's a family, whether that's a home structure. You're extremely protective over that. And even if that's yourself, because I do feel like yourself does, like it falls in there. Okay. You're protective over it. You're growing something. Okay. And you are kind of like Mama Bear. Now we do have the bear. That's why I say it. But you are like Mama Bear in this aspect. You are see, what keeps coming through for me is like very sexual energy. I feel like you've come into this certain awareness that not everybody who you encounter, now please, if this sparks your like anger, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to. So not everybody you come into contact with needs to know like what you're doing. You also don't need to sleep with them. I don't know why that's so big here, but it is, because there's something here about maturing, and there's something here about focusing on yourself and on your goals, and there's like someone or yourself or people that you need to take care of right now, and you're not even allowing or entertaining anybody else in that space, because we have like this fox energy. Not bad, don't click off yet. Not bad. This fox energy, I actually feel a very like high patience with this person. This is somebody else who is very curious about you. They want to have fun with you, and they're making some kind of like strategic plan towards you. They want to be in your life. But right now, whether you think so or not, you have this very like protective, like, nah, you can't be here right now. Okay. Like, it's a very important process for you. It's like these building blocks that keep occurring for you in your own life. And you're trying to be very protective over it. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to accomplish your goals. You yourself are being very strategic and moving forward and doing things kind of like even by the book. You're trying to be harmonized, because with like the spider energy, it's very like thought out. But you're like, no, like and it's almost like spiritual. So if you're experiencing any blocks, or you're feeling like people don't want to interact with you, I know that sounds weird, but like social life is popping up here. But if you feel like people don't want to interact with you, it's because you have like this like security blanket that you've subconsciously put around yourself to protect yourself into not allowing anybody, any stranger, even a friend, even a family member, into your space, because you're scared they're going to F up something that you have going that looks very successful to you. You're trying to get all your ducks in a row. You're trying to be accomplished, and you're very protective over this energy. Now, there is someone around you who is noticing this. I don't think they're doing anything. For a lot of you guys, this feels like a love interest. I'm not even going to lie. That feels like a love interest that's popping through, and they're like, hey, but I feel like they're very hush hush. They haven't said anything yet. Now, you could feel like this person's cutting you off or closing you off or being rude, but they're not. They're just watching you. They want to see who you are, and you're giving off this very mature energy. This is for that fox energy. Okay. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Now, to others right now, within this plan, within this building structure, it could look like you're actually not doing so hot, not doing so well. If you are a mother or you are a father, this is coming through as like, look at that, as like you and your child, and you're just trying to do the best you can right now. Okay. And with this fox energy, there's someone kind of like gravitating around you, and they're trying to pay attention of how you, how do I want to word that? Like, because you have a goal, you have a structure, you have a plan, and to everybody else, it seems like it's crumbling apart, but you are making it look that way, aren't you, Libra? You're not letting anyone in on your plans. You make it seem like you're struggling. You make it seem like you're having a hard time, but really, you're not. Not to call out Libras, but it's like, how do I want to word this? Someone else picks up on that. Someone else is very smart. They're very logical. But they're not talking to you. Why? Well, okay, no, we already know why. Because you're putting up this protective barrier. You're not allowing anyone in subconsciously because you don't want anyone to mess up what you got going on. Does that make sense? Whether you know this or not, you're working towards goals. You're working on growing your life and expanding and like doing things on, I don't know how to explain that, but this person is watching you. They're not communicating with you, and I feel like you think this person's very rude, like brute, or they're intentionally ignoring you. because they feel very quiet, but they're watching what you're doing and they're actually like super like, wow, like impressed. They don't tell you this, but they're very impressed. They're very impressed by you. They are. And they're tiptoeing around your life, and you don't know this yet, which I find is very interesting. Actually, it's kind of cute, and I don't know why I feel like it's cute, but it is cute. Let's get a little bit more on this other. I do feel like it could potentially be a romantic interest, and this is someone. I don't want to go too much. You think it's almost like you think they're like a brute or something. Like you, Libra, feel like this person's like avoiding you or something. I keep getting that, like intentionally, but they're not. They're just watching you to see like who you are, what you're doing. Does that make sense? Let's get a little bit more on them, and then we'll go into Scorpio. Who's this fox person? What are their intentions with Libra here? They're watching you. They're staying silent. Eventually down the road, they're going to offer some kind of friendship. Now, I don't know who's coming towards who. I do want to make that clear. I think this is someone like who you don't mind that they're in your life. I feel like in the past you set an intention with this person. Like I think you wanted to get to know this person a little bit more, a little bit deeper, right? And you maybe even try to communicate with them before, and they were very either harsh or very short or not very forward. This definitely feels like someone you know. And you set out an intention with them and they like didn't respond, or they did respond, but it wasn't like deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually pulling through on like a little bit of Scorpio energies. I really am curious to see how these like blend together. But side note, but it seems like you wanted to go deeper than what the conversation went, and that kind of bothered you. So it's like you're not necessarily waiting because you got your own thing going on. I think you're like not worried, but I think you're more so focused on a structure right now. Everybody else, Libra, thinks that your life is really dim, and it's not, which is kind of funny. Being a Libra myself, I can't help it. But everyone's like looking at you, and they think they're like thinking something different. I don't know. Anyways, I just got like a super like weird energy. I don't know what that was, but this person though. This person who's been watching you, I think you tried to invest in something or someone before, and then you were excited about it, and then it kind of just went like limp. I don't know how else to explain that. They're coming back around now. They're watching you. I know I keep repeating myself, so maybe I should move on to the next sign, but they're coming back around. They know your investment. They know what you want. They're feeling good about it. They're actually feeling inspired. And I feel like intuitively you know this, but they're going to offer you something small. Okay. Does that make sense? They're going to offer you something small. And it's small, but it could be a friendship, and that's beautiful and nonetheless. Okay. Let's move into Scorpio. Can I still timestamp these? No. What is going on with the timestamps? Let me get this. No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If someone is like dearest and kind enough, please timestamp these, or else I'm gonna have to watch the whole video over again and just do it myself. Either way. Scorpio. I don't like the self-esteem thing going on. I don't like that really. There's a little bit, now you will snap out of it, like don't get me wrong. There's a little bit of a self-esteem issue going on. And I feel because you're trying to, now there's someone really important in your life, and I feel like, Scorpio, you're trying to make a good impression on this person. Not like giving all your power away. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just a little bit. It's gonna go away in like 4 days. I promise you. I promise you. But there's something going on, Scorpio, where you're feeling like you should do more. I don't want to really focus on that. Ooh, Scorpio. Uh-huh. You feel like you should be doing more. I think that's exterior to you, and it's kind of but your focus is somewhere else. So let me just continue from there. You have this energy of like really, now there's a certain connection that's on your mind. I don't know if this is parental. I don't know if this is friendship or if it's romantic or like a boss, employer, whatever. This is just between you and another person. You find this to be a really important person in your life. It's some kind of a contract. We have the King of Swords and we have the Lover's card here. Very airy energy, which is very interesting for Scorpio. You might have some messages in Libra. I don't know. Some of that might hit home with you. Because I was talking even in Libras, how I felt there was this weird connection moving from Libra to Scorpio. So, but besides the point, take it or leave it. You are at this place where you've had enough of the BS, but you're trying to remain true to yourself. You don't want no drama, is kind of what it is. This is the energy I'm picking up off this King of Swords, okay? You're like, listen, with everyone in your life. I think you're starting to notice a lot. This feels really deep. I'm a Scorpio moon. This is important to me too, I feel like. But you're starting to look at certain connections in your life and you're like, what? What? Because it feels kind of as if people's bullshit, like the things that you used to let go. Now Scorpios are very like observant. Scorpios, they notice a lot of shit, right? And you are saying that you've put up with a lot of BS from a lot of people. You let a lot of things slide and you just kind of dealt with it. And you're like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care. But internally, it did kind of bother you in some degree. Now you're going into like a new era, a new phase, and you're looking at these connections and you're really looking at them and you're like, okay. There's something here that smells a little BSy, okay? It's a little bit of bullshit. People aren't going to slide with Scorpio so easily, especially in the month of March. Matter of fact, for like the rest of Scorpio's life, whatever phase that you guys are entering in, you're seeing through people a lot more clearly. Now, you've always been intuitive. That's what it's showing me. You've always been really intuitive. You know what people's motives are, but you seem to be like a little bit more passive. Now, I don't know if this just is like, this is just because maybe in your younger years, you wanted to be a little bit more liked by people, but you're like, nah. Because like you've lived in either solitude or you like solitude, or, and this isn't bad by any means, but people, you can read through them so easy that you know when they're lying, and you've always known this, but now you're becoming more aware of it. It's like a stench that stinks. I don't know how else to like describe it. It's like overwhelming where you can't get past it, where it's so obvious that someone's lying to you or someone's pulling on your freaking like tail feather. that it's annoying, and you state your case, you're being authentic, you're letting the truth come to you, and you're making your decision through there. Now, there is some connections that you're like, I wish I didn't even have to communicate this. I wish I didn't have to pull away from this person. This feels like friends and family members. This feels like a lot of people. I think there's some kind of a realization going on here where you're like, damn, I made friends with these fake people all along. There's some kind of a revolution thing going on. I'm feeling like the Judgment card where angels are even like stepping in and they're like, Scorpio, listen to me, please. Like, hey, like, listen to me, please. Not everyone's got your back here, honey. Everyone's been lying to you, and you've been so passive about it. And then when you did get aggressive, God, this feels like almost like personal. It's like when you did like state your case of people, they got so defensive, and then you felt like weird, like you were stepping on people's toes. And I don't like that for you. I don't like that for you. But now you're staying true to yourself. Oh my gosh, the cosmic egg. How beautiful is that? A new life begins, doesn't it? It always begins, doesn't it? And the dragonfly, because you're keeping to yourself. Every time I get the dragonfly, it's actually very close for me, for like the King of Swords, where we are staying in our own lane. I keep getting Virgo energy again. I don't know what's going on. Now I'm getting all scrambled, like scrambled eggs. I don't know where that's coming from. Anyways, but you're noticing things in certain partnerships, and you're choosing to kind of keep to yourself, because I do feel like there's going to be this group that you step into, but you've always known they were there. Now that's important. You've always known they were there. Now it's going to be trouble for you, like reconnecting for some of you. Like, I don't know, because this is going to go like public or whatever, but there is a reconnect, and you've always kept it close to your heart. Oh my gosh. So whoever's like tuning in or who gets this message, that feels really personal. Oh my gosh. It's like there's like a person or a certain group of people that you know are your soul tribe, and you for the past like 3 to 4 years have maybe stepped away from them, and it feels like there's difficulties getting back, and you don't understand why. Oh my god, I could cry. I don't know where that's coming from. Holy crap. Let's go. Let's get it. Here it is, the 10 of Cups. But you do have support. So people are stepping up to the plate with you. Like, you got your mains. Now, these don't feel like friends. This feels more like family to me. And I think you are disappointed because you've learned a lot. God, it's getting hot too. You've learned a lot in the past couple years about yourself, and even maybe like some behaviors that you just put out to the world or put out to people. I don't feel like you chose the wrong ones, but there's some kind of detour happening here. Does that make sense? But in that detour, you had to go deep within your emotions, because it showed you so much about yourself. It was like, hey, and it put a mirror up to you, and you're like, okay, that's it. But there was still people remaining. I don't know. I'm going to switch off of that message, because I don't even know if that makes sense. It just know, because the 6 of Wands is here. Now, that could be a little like egotistic, and I feel like that's maybe where you have to step during this time, and that's okay. I know everyone says like ego is bad. But Scorpio, you work within the shadows anyways. Ego is not always bad, unless you make it bad sometimes, right? Sometimes it's good to look at, but it's saying like knowing that, like feeling like you're confident is a good thing. All right, who's next? Okay, so we have what is it? Sagittarius? Saggy? Right? That comes after, I almost said Leo. Jesus, what is going on? Okay. Oh, that's cute. I don't know. I've never done live before, so I can't like, did I heart your message? Hello. Okay, so Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Who are we doing next? What is it, like Sagittarius? Anyways, I'm gonna keep saying this until I get to I'm already getting so distracted. I'm so sorry. This is my first time going live. Please be patient. Yeah, Scorpio and then Sagittarius. Even if it's not, I'm still getting pulled to Sagittarius. Anyways, but all these messages could just, I don't know, they can relate with you in one way, shape, or form. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, 8 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups, same. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, there's where those people are coming through again. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right. That feels like past energy. That feels like a freaking sacrifice to me. Oh my gosh. Stepping away from our comfort zone and our security. Holy, I've never gotten that with 8 of Cups. Now, that always is like a breakup card to me, like for sure. But this is like, I'm just going to do it. Like something in your life was not settling with you and you stepped away, you left it. And that was a big security blanket to leave behind. And now you're looking at like the full moon. You're like, what now? Okay, I'm doing it, or I did it. But you know why you did it. That's what I'm getting here. Because we do have the 6 of Cups. Okay, we do have the 6 of Cups. There's like that person. Now, it's that person. Oof. Okay, let me sink into this. With the daisies. The daisies is coming through strong. But who's this like creeping over your shoulder? Now, this is like almost like someone, they changed things up. They stepped out of their comfort zone. They left something behind. They had no idea where they were going, and they went in a certain direction, and they wanted to like reconnect with somebody else. They did. They wanted to reconnect. Now, this feels like a friend, a lover, someone who you wanted to know more personally, maybe even never got the chance because of your circumstances. You never got the chance to know them, and that's why you're making this plan now, right? You're like, you know what? I kind of want to go revisit that. This is someone you want to get close to for sure. And it feels very innocent and the intentions are good, but who is hovering over the shoulder? It's like this person who feels like they're like a parental figure, or they have some control over either you or this person's life. I don't know what the heck that's talking about, but here it is. Let's get it. I don't even want to focus on the negative person's energy, but maybe someone needed to know that. I don't even know. You just want a new experience, too. You just stepped out of something. Oh, my gosh. Did you see that? Yeah. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, you just stepped out of something. It actually is quite a big learning experience for you, the Hangman. Everything felt like really delayed. There was a situation that you were like tied up in, and everything felt so delayed. You felt like there was no, I just heard like no structure. I don't know if that makes sense. Things just kind of like spill out. The live readings are totally weird for me. But you wanted to almost like go back and retrieve something. This feels again like that soul family thing. You wanted to go back, you wanted to retrieve something, but everything was delayed. So you're like, you know what? Okay, I'll sacrifice this thing. I will move in a different direction. This doesn't feel like unhealthy to me. It's not like you're just like, oh, I want this person. So like, it's not. It's like, and that full moon's in the background. Hey, we are doing a full moon reading, aren't we? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're nervous about it too. What the heck is that? Is it private? Like, what is it? Okay. No, that's what it is. Thank you. You here wanted to make a different vision for yourself. There was something currently in your life that way wasn't working for you. It didn't meet that vision. But it was difficult for whatever reason. I think that's what the delay was. I think that was your own delay. Like something was a little bit difficult for you to step out of because there was such an emotional tie to it. Like it got so entangled over time that you're like, okay, like easier said than done. I can't just walk away from something. But either you guys are walking away from something, you're thinking about it, or it's already happened. Okay, because it's here. And then there's more of a focus on the moon of what happens next, right? Like what happens next? It's a very serious question. Now, there's someone here, though. I don't know if they're from your past, but you feel very like connected. That's what I want to say. You feel extremely connected. It's coming from a pure place with the daisies. This could be an old love. Oh God, that song that my stepdaughter showed me. Oh my gosh, Another Love. Another love, another love. That song is so sad. When she showed me that, I just kept listening to it for like hours because I was like, oh my God. It was like a whole different feel. Anyways, but this is someone that you really never forgotten about. Definitely a reconnect. Now, like I said, this can be a friend, this can be a family member, this can be an old love, of course. But it nonetheless, it's someone that meant a lot to you, and you're trying to fit them into like this new life. Like you've already taken a step out of your old life, you're trying to fit them into the new life. Feels like there's a little bit of delays there, like not everything has come together with that. But you're trying and you're like focusing on yourself. You're doing the right things. There's opportunities coming to you. There's things in your environment that are definitely stressing you out. I feel like that comes with like other people, even like with this person who you're trying to make this reconnect with. You're still guarded with them. And I think right now you're trying to offer some kind of a friendship, at least. Like, this is telling me you want to get to know someone more, like, better. You personally feel like you've set the intentions. Why did they just tell me you personally felt like you try to set the intentions? Does this person not know your intentions? Let me get a little bit into that because that's going to bug me. You feel like you've already set your intentions and you put them out there. Now that kind of feels like a not, like there's like a not return. Does that make sense? Like this person's not all for it, or it's like a very, like there's communication, but it's very small. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Oh my gosh. With the Three of Swords, you feel like you've put out your intention. Like, you want to reconnect and da 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 da. But have you straight up said that's a good question. Have you straight up said that you want to hang out with this person or no? Because with this Nine of Wands being here, I can freaking relate with that so hardcore, because this is being wounded. This is a card of being wounded and actually wanting to try again. And, but it's like putting on our brave suit, but we're cautious. So we don't state everything that we feel. We know our wants, we know our desires, and what we put out there, we think is like all that. But if we didn't say all that, are they really going to know? So this almost seems kind of like a self heartbreak, a perceptual heartbreak. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, let's get some advice for that. God, all these signs are like what I've done, like 3, and they're like blending together. Okay, advice. Yeah, see? 3 of Cups. A reconnection. But the Queen of Swords is here, saying that I'm going to stand strong in my truth. And you better show up authentic, or else you ain't getting any of my authenticity. And it varies every day. This has been a long time coming. And this is kind of like a irk feeling, like, do you want to reconnect or not? I feel like we're not getting any of the juice here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're not going deep. Here's the Sagittarius card. I think that's who we're on, but these feel like when I go live, they're really blending together. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is, but this is standing really firm in authenticity. And it's like, okay, this is who I am. All right. I'm going to be clear with you. I'm going to state my truth. And I'm going to know if you're lying. So what's up? I feel like you do feel like someone's lying. You want this like reconnection here with the Three of Cups. I never get a third party from the Three of Cups, by the way. I don't. I feel like you want this reconnection, you want this reconciliation, but each day, you know, day by day, we're battling with the sun and the moon with the Temperance card, you know? We're feeling these heavy emotions of like, why? And then the next day we feel awesome and we feel amazing. It's dealing with that, but that is our truth, isn't it? Right? Like, we're human. And I think you're understanding what it's like to be human. But I want to get on this damn person. I can't help it. I gravitate so much towards like romance readings. I just can't help it. I'm nosy. So let's see what's going on with this person. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune and the Strength card. Why? Okay, there's something else going on. Didn't I say that in that Six of Cups? There's like some person in the background. Like, did I not say that? Like, there's some person in the background. Like, here's the Wheel of Fortune. That means the wheel's moving. The energy's right. It's like a ripe fruit. And then there's someone trying to like, because the Strength card to me, when I talk about like romance, it really talks about self-control. Unless you're going through a heartbreak situation and then you have to pull out your inner strengths. And when I mean inner strength, sometimes that's like going completely numb to a situation to pretend like you don't feel, to move past it. And then when you're alone, then you feel. But this feels like with this person, they're trying to have some kind of self-control. Why? I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. The Star. Okay. Yeah. The Star, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Somebody you're dealing with knows. That is such annoyance, dude. I don't know why that happens. Why we come across people in our lives like that who know that they want to connect with us, but because of other people, they're like, I can't do it. Like, what? I'm sorry. I am not like that. Okay. I'm not like that. So I don't comprehend that. Now I know like if you're trying to be a good friend or something, of course, you know, if someone's like, hey, I really like that person, then yes, absolutely. But this person who you're dealing with, who you're coming into like connection with, they're like purposely avoiding you, which is dumb. I'm sorry, but it's dumb. They know that it's going to be successful. They want to put work in. And with the Star, you're being pulled to them. And it really does look like you're trying to pull away from this person. Like you're intentionally making an effort to step away because you're realizing, hey, this might not be the healthiest thing for me. And maybe I need to go in a new direction. And there's all of this newness around you and you're focusing on yourself, but this person subconsciously is pulling on your energy and you can't get over them. So why? Because they know it would be a good thing and they want to put work into it. So why aren't they putting work into it? And of course that's making you weird and you're not going to want to put work into it. So like, what the heck? What do we do? Like, we should be like the animal. Oh my God, look, like the sharks on the bottom. There's fear here. Let's see. I'm just going to pluck them. The eagle. I love the eagle. The eagle is spiritual protection. That means that our loved ones on the other side are spirit guides. Hey, Stingray. It was actually already flipped out. Emotional maturity, going with the flow. I feel like that's what you're trying to do, is you're just trying to go with the flow and the offer is just like not even being presented. But I feel like who's ever resonating with this, like you feel like the pull, you feel the tug, like the resistance. You feel pulled to someone, but it's like such resistance. It's like, what do you even do? Like you try to like step away and it's almost like the universe is like playing a joke. I know that's dark. I know. I'm just kidding when I'm pulling through. And the wolf and the bat. Of course. Yeah. because something keeps pulling you. Be alone, do your thing, be independent, a lone wolf. But at the same time, this is soul family we're talking about, and the echo of your intuition just won't go away, is what it's showing. Trying to walk your own path. There isn't a conscious effort of trying to walk your own path and be independent, and you're doing a fantastic job on it, and you have all this self-love, but it's almost like someone or something like makes you question that sometimes, because you keep getting pulled into it intuitively, and you're like, well, why am I getting pulled into it? Is it like my destiny? Like on the real, like you've got to question it after a minute because it doesn't make any sense after a while. Why do you keep getting pulled into it? And then hope keeps coming back, and there's so much maturity. I do feel like this connection, whatever it is, it makes you like mature, and you always learn something from it. But it's like, okay, like, can you send me like a new person or a new lesson so I can learn the same things? Like, what's going on? The Emperor. But I do feel like this person's gonna come through. I do. I feel like you're gonna get some communication down the road. I don't feel like it's very small though. I feel like it's pretty open and it's pretty large. Like this person's actually gonna want to hang out with you or something. I do. That's what I feel like. Because they themselves are actually on their own path. Now, I don't know why they feel the need to pull away from you, but they're also being pulled towards you. Does that make sense? Anyways, I have to use the bathroom really bad, so I'm actually going to stop this stream and then I'll come back. So I think I was on Sagittarius, so we'll come back with Capricorn. All right. Thanks.